Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the online workshop organized by Skillveda. Skillveda is your partner in skill development, offering a wide range of webinars, offline workshop, short-term courses, and training programs designed to help you unlock your potential and achieve your career goals. We are thrilled to have you join us for this exciting learning journey. A special welcome to our esteemed trainer, Ms. Shilpi Bagla, a CBSE resource person, senior educator and trainer with more than 20 years of experience with a passion for upskilling teachers and students to share her knowledge and insights. Welcome, Ms. Shilpi.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and Skillveda. It's been an honor to be here, and also to the participants. We are really honored that you all could make yourself free. We do understand that festivals are still on the line, and we'll make sure that your time is going to be valued, and we'll add some value to your time, and you are not going to leave the webinar without a good take away, some practical and impactful take aways, which is definitely going to help you in your teaching profession. So, ma'am, shall we start, or are we going to wait for
people will join us? We can start now.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so in order to make the webinar hit and really, we just need support from you. So try to be as interactive as you can. Maybe if you cannot switch on your videos, which we'll be appreciating if you can, but at least be active via chat, right? So yes, today's webinar is all about parents-teacher meetings. Since when this topic has become the core agenda of a webinar? Yes, it has become with recent time, with the working parents and a lot of activities going on in the school, and many of the notices and the messages being unread and not being communicated, no matter how many WhatsApp groups are being created and how many emails are being sent. There are certain, and no one can beat that face-to-face interaction. So this is the time when the teacher can always tell the progress about the student, and the parents can also share the apprehensions and the problems if they have just seen in the kids. So before we get into the strategies and the aspects of our PTM, let's start with something fun. We all know that we have, am I audible and the screen is visible to you all? I would like to ask that. Everyone?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for that. So with our alphabet A to Z, we have given them the number as 1 to 26, right? As you all can see on the screen. When we write failure and we write the numbers according to it, the total comes to 72. So it is all about English and maths coming together. If we have teachers of English and maths, this is for you. You all can, do the activity with your kids in the class. So the failure total is 72. Okay, quite low, right? Agar 72% aate hain, so that is going to be quite an alarm in today's world. Success, which everyone, each child, each parent, even we as an individual wants to be successful. But again, the score is 89, decent enough, but not that aha or a wow effect. Then comes knowledge. Of course, we all are studying, teaching, researching, everything. For what? To gain knowledge, to add credibility and the certificates. But somewhere or the other, it is a good score for sure, 96. But 100 is not still there. So what is going to be 100? It's our attitude, everyone. Only and only our attitude, which makes us 100%. So you can attain knowledge with your AI tools or reading a book, watching the video, You can be successful, but you won't be able to handle the name, fame, and the success if you don't have a right attitude in life. And what is right attitude? Being positive all the time, being unrealistic, expectant all the time? No, that is not attitude. And with that note, let's start our today's webinar of PTM. How and what kind of attitude should be carried on by a teacher, by the parent, as well as by the student? Because somewhere or the other, a teacher and parent has to they have to hold hands together in order to curate and mold our students into what we expect out of them. So we'll never get a second chance. And this is also my agenda, that I'll also not get a second chance to make the first impression in life. So the only thing for us is to be well prepared. Okay. Let's see the objectives of the webinar. We need to understand that what is the actual purpose of these PTMs? Why are they being held? Is it only to show the answer sheet of the recent exam that has been taken, or just a complaint or a shikayat peti that is kept by the teacher and the students, and those difficult parents who come कि आप सबको marks देते हो, हमारा बच्चा आगे dance में नहीं होता है? Is it only that? No, not at all. It is much. It has meaning beyond this and much more deeper impact than this surface level, which we can see. How can we conduct? What should be our planning strategy to have a good PTM? And let's learn the strategies of the positive communication, and also how to give the feedback. We need to give feedback in every phases of our life, as a teacher, as a human being, as a house lady, as a head of the family, everywhere. What can be the strategy with our feedback? And also, it is all about building the rapport and the long-term relationship collaboration with the parent, right? Okay, so let's learn one anagram with this. The peace approach of PTM. What is peace? The poise. What is poise? Do we have to work on our body language? Absolutely. Do we have to work on our tone? Absolutely. Your script of the words, guys, they need to, just align with your body language. They need to be aligned with the tone and intonation you are using. Because your words have credibility. Your words have weightage. Your words mean really a lot of things to the other person. So with that, we need to have empathy. We all have been learning a lot about empathy, but is it really existing? Yes, let's start with our own PTM, that we need to be very empathetic. Why the parents are having certain kind of agenda with their students, or why as a teacher we are having a certain agenda with the learners, right? Active communication. We need to have a very clear and active communication. We need to tell them, right? And change. Be very, very open to changes, because we all know that only one thing which is constant in this world is the change, right? As you all entered this webinar, definitely you are going to be a changed person after an hour or so, right? So let's embrace the change. Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the end goal. We cannot, if anyone is an avid reader and has read Atomic Habits, The Secret, and all these self-help books, they tell us just one thing, that we need to keep the goal in our mind, what we want. We need to just, travel to that path. The road not taken has to be taken now.
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's understand why PTM matters.
Yes,
Okay, it is going to be between, it's a bridge between school and home. Not every time you are going to entertain each and every call, message, or emails of the parents, right? So PTM, that is definitely going to, bridge the gap. Then comes your opportunity to share the progress. build trust and the rapport, encourage parents' involvement if they are being the neglective parents, and then align school and the home expectation. Let's dive deep into each pointer. Bridge between school and home. With this, let's see one of the case study. Ria is an active child at home, but is very shy in the class. You all might be, hearing the same sentence. आप कह रहे हो कि हमारा बच्चा बोलता नहीं है क्लास में, घर पे तो चुप ही नहीं रहता. Repetitive sentences you all must have heard all your professional life for sure, right? Her parents were surprised when they heard the teacher saying this. So the teacher suggested you need to come up with the constructive suggestion, right, everyone? That they need to start giving her the topics or certain things which is going to be like a home debates. This is just one case study. And then with these discussion over dinner time or over the bedtime story has really helped Ria to come up and speak. And that's how the bridge between the school and the home is being built. Okay, so this can be one of the reasons why PTM really matters, right? Because we all know that students might get confused. आपको वो बताते होंगे कुछ और कि घर पे ऐसा है but ऐसा होगा नहीं, or the vice versa and all. So when the teacher and the parents come face to face, you all as adults, we as adults really just again hold hands together for the benefit of the student. Opportunity to share the students' progress and the challenges. We all know that our palm does not have all the five fingers of the equal size. So the same goes with our students. Everyone has their own uniqueness, their own strengths, and somewhere or the other, the areas of the improvement. How can we do it? Let's learn from a case study. Arjun scored top marks in maths, but struggled with reading comprehension. Very normal scenario. You all can, just maybe you are struggling with the different subjects and the things. In PTM, his teacher explained the gap and suggested 15 minutes of daily reading. And now the parents supported it, and it is Arjun who is able to show progress in English as well. So this is an opportunity. It's a platform to just get the things communicated, right? So that we all can come up with the strategies, techniques, tips, and tricks for the benefit. Then comes build trust and the rapport. It is very, very important, right? A child is going to trust the teacher if the parent trusts the teacher. And it is going to be the opposite also. That the teacher is going to trust the child only if they have communicated the things with the parents and they know that they really want the benefit of their child. So let's see what do we have as a case study here. Mira's parents were anxious with her grades dipped slightly. Now this can be पहले तो बहुत अच्छा आता था, अब क्यों नहीं आ रहा है? What is the scene and all? At the PTM, the teacher calmly explained that she was still adjusting to new concepts and showed her classwork. If you all have noticed, whenever the students come from class 8th to 9th, there is always going to be a dip in their grades because things get really changed. Till 8th, somewhere or the other, they are being fed. But from class 9th onwards, they actually have to use their own, those critical thinking and problem solving thing. They have to create their own answers, grammar mistakes, thinking out of the box or thinking as an author or a poet or, just getting or writing their own answers in their own way. Some way or the other, there is always going to be a struggle, maybe for the first exam and things like that. But then the action plan, the reassurance and the clear action plan helped build trust. That how could we do it? Now, let's take the example of the same that if the child has come from class 8 to 9th and is unable to frame the answers, we just have to make that child do or practice his or her writing skills more. so that they can curate and create their own answers, right? And that's how it is going to work, right? So the trust between the parents and the teachers is really a pivotal thing in the progress of the child. Let's come to encourage parents in involvement. We all know that maybe for some valid reason, maybe because of the challenging working hours of the parents, maybe they have their travel job and things, they might not be able to give that much attention, which is actually required in the formative years of a child, right? So how can we do it this? During PTM, the science teacher suggested a simple home project, making a small plant journal with daily observation. We all have done that, right? वो चने को उसमें डाल के and sprout करना. We all have done that experiment in our childhood. The parents joined in, helping their child note sunlight, water, and growth changes. It turned into a fun activity and deepened the child's love for science, right? So, activities like this, ideas like this, creating a chart on a particular topic or a festival, or creating a craft and things, it can always be a family affair. So, with this, they are spending the quality times. We don't have to count the quantity hours, but the quality time, right? That's how the bond can be there. Align school and the home expectation. Each institute, each organization, be it school or any of the institute, they come with certain kind of their own motto, right? That this is the thing which our institute works on. And then the parents are also having the thing. Some of the parents really want their child to be holistically developed. Every parent wants that, but still, some wants them to be academically excellent. Some wants them to be a sports person. Some wants them to be average academic, but they need to have a good oration and the public presence, right? So everything is going to align if it is clearly communicated. If a parent wants their child to be a public speaker, so the teacher can always take a note and give the chances to speak in the assembly, annual functions, and things like that. Kabir loved video games and spent hours on screens at home. His teacher raised the concern in PTM. Together, the teacher and parents agreed on the balanced routine. 2 hours of play outside for every hour of screen time, right? They saw the problem कि बच्चा screen time बहुत कर रहा है, उससे मना नहीं करा screen time के लिए. They just said that you have to earn your screen time. So the outdoor activities or maybe a chapter and the thing, and then the problem is solved. First of all, we need to make sure that the child understands that neither the parent nor the teacher is against them or is against their happiness or their fun. We can always join them in the fun. It is just that we have to come up with creative ideas. That's it. Right? Everyone, yes or no? Am I being too fast? Because I really want to do and share a lot of things with you and and really value your time. That's why. Yeah? Okay. All right. Common challenges in the PTMs. Let's see that what all challenges do we, just see. Let's dig deep with the same. Parents being defensive or over demanding, right? We all know, आप ऐसा कह रहे हो, हमारा बच्चा तो ऐसा बिल्कुल है नहीं, वो तो उसे मार ही नहीं सकता, वो तो उसे ऐसे कर ही नहीं सकता, उसने तो अपना होमवर्क कर रखा था, आपने उसे अच्छे मार्क्स नहीं दिए, and you don't give a chance to my child to stand in the front row, he or she doesn't get this. Oh my God, the list is endless. During a PTM, a teacher pointed out that Rohan often gets distracted in class. His parents became defensive. No, he's the most disciplined child. Hamara Rohan, ho hi nahi sakta, right? See, I am enacting because these are the actual things. It comes with experience because I too have dealt with all, the most difficult parents. But those were the parents who have really helped me to come up with the most creative ideas as well. The teacher calmly showed the classwork. Always be ready with an evidence. If you want to show the areas of the improvement of the student to the parent. You cannot give them just your verbal evidence. You need to give them some tangible. So calmly showed the classwork and gave examples of the missed tasks. Maybe exercises nahi ho rahi hai, homework nahi kar raha hai, writing is getting spoiled or not doing the homework or just copying the assignments from his friends. There is no originality, anything. So you need to show them the evidence and then only they are going to accept it. Otherwise, this kind of blind will they are always going to have. Lack of follow-up after PTM. All right, many a times it happens that you have conveyed the areas of the improvement, they have conveyed their apprehensions, but somewhere or the other there wasn't any follow-up. वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ उसी दिन उसी PTM की बात हो गई and then rest is all gone or just got wasted in vain. After discussing Rahul's handwriting issues in PTM, no action was taken at home or school. By the next PTM, there was no improvement. Learning from this, the teacher introduced a progress tracker sheet, right? And then that went home every week with consistent follow-up or doing a page of handwriting every day or every second day or twice in a week. That is good. Consistency and the following up is really, really important. Then comes time management. We all struggle with this being teachers, that many a times it happens that you all are sitting idly for the starting half an hour, and all of a sudden all the parents seem to come and discuss ki chal saath mein chalenge, and you are being bombarded with all the parents together. Now, how to handle them or how to things. And of course, we all know that you need to appreciate in public and criticize in private, right? So the privacy to discuss students' progress in front of the other parents won't be sensible or professional. How to go ahead with that? So at one PTM, Ms. Sharma had 30 parents lined up. Some wanted long discussions, leaving others frustrated. So she started with a 5-minute rule that I am going to give you 5 minutes, whatever you have to just spill the beans. And if you want to talk more, you just have to wait for your turn. That's it. Right? So these are all the practical things. Otherwise, parents, you cannot be unfair giving one set of parents your half an hour time and the others you are just wrapping it up in a minute. That is not going to satiate your own soul even, right? So we just have to be very, very equal. A teacher comes with a great responsibility, right? We don't have powers. Spider-Man के पास तो power भी था, तब उसके पास responsibility आई थी. We don't have that much power, but we have a lot of responsibilities just because we are those, God's blessed souls, right? Handling negative feedback constructively. Now, there are certain of the parents, if you say anything to their child, they are going to attack you like anything and literally attack you, right? So when Priya's mother heard that her daughter was weak in math, she looked upset. Instead of stopping there, the teacher added, you need to always come up. Abhi hum log feedback ka ek strategy seekhenge, then you'll come. That how to put up the negative thing, right? We cannot, just be prepared. आपका बच्चा तो जब देखो क्लास ही बंद करता रहता है, इसे तो स्पोर्ट्स में भी लेना है, उसे तो इस एक्टिविटी में भी लेना है, होमवर्क कभी करना नहीं है, एग्जाम में के टाइम पे इसकी नोटबुक कभी चेक होती नहीं है, काम वर्क नहीं होता. You cannot have this. No matter how true it is. We see, we as parents, many of us will be parents. अगर हम कहीं पे जाएंगे, हमें पता है हमारा बच्चा कैसा है. But hearing the things from the third person really pinches, right? So the most we can do is to use it in a modest and a decent script. I am not saying don't tell or sugarcoat or be manipulative. No. But we can always, just mix other ingredients of polite words in that. That can do the trick. Yep. Let's come how to give the feedback, because that's a majorly important part of a PTM. They expect you to give a true feedback. True feedback may bring tears to many, can bring smiles to many, can make others get alarmed, alert, or can give expectations or dreams to many, right? So when we talk about the actual meaning of feedback, it is information or comments about something that you have done, which tells you how good or bad it is, right? We are giving the information that how good and bad. It was so funny that even this Oxford Dictionary has used the feedback in the teacher's reference only. The teacher spent 5 minutes with each of us to give us feedback on our homework. See, guilty is charged. This is all this screenshot is from Google dictionary, but everything aligned, right? Teacher ka example aa gaya, and then that strategy of 5 minutes aa gaya. So we all have tea time right now. Of course, I am not giving you any break, just on a humorous note. So let's come with the feedback sandwich, right? You need to start the feedback with the positive note, then comes the negative or the areas of the improvement, and end it with the positive. Let's talk about this as a Bollywood movie. बॉलीवुड मूवी में बीच में चाहे कुछ भी हो, जो फर्स्ट सीन होता है दैट हैज टू बी वेरी कैप्टिवेटिंग सो दैट you are sitting there for 2.5 or 3 hours to watch the movie, and the end scene has to be so power provoking, impactful, that you go out and exit the theater with the goosebumps, right? The same strategy has to be applied by the teachers, right? We need to give a positive one, then a negative, and then more positive. Let's see. Start with the positive. Appreciate the child. Give constructive feedback. जहाँ पर हो थोड़ा सा फिर आप उसे end कर दो. Let's see the example. Arav is very enthusiastic in science and always asks curious questions. Positive. He does struggle a bit with completing homework on time. That needs time management. If he can create a fixed routine, it will really, really help him. Positive. I truly value his creativity and confidence, right? So we can always have, see, we need to have the anecdote with us before the PTM. आपको अपने student के बारे में पता होना चाहिए था. That's why. Activity on feedback. You just have to tell me that which is the sandwich activity here. So let's take the poor handwriting. The teacher notices that Meera's handwriting is messy and difficult to read. Meera's handwriting is very poor. Please work on it. Meera is creative and her ideas are very wonderful. However, her writing needs practice. I'm sure with her determination, it will improve. Her handwriting is okay, but not great. Which one do you think so is the positive and the correct feedback? 1, 2, or 3? Everyone, you can always, speak up 1, 2, 3, or can write on the chat box. Yep. Okay, 2. Absolutely, it is. Thank you so much, Purvi ma'am. Right, it is. Let's see the distracted in class. Rohan talks to his friends during lessons and misses instructions. Rohan is very friendly and gets along well with classmates. He gets distracted in class. His enthusiasm makes him a natural leader, and with better focus, he'll do even better. 1, 2, or 3? Everyone? 3. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah. So that's how we can give the positive and the sandwich feedback. Weak in maths. Priya struggles with solving word problems in maths. Priya is hardworking and completes every task with sincerity. She finds word problems in maths difficult and needs extra practice. With her dedication, she can definitely overcome this challenge. Yeah. Where do you think so that the sandwich method has been used? 1, 2, or 3? 3 again. Absolutely. So that's how we can give the feedback, right? Now, effective communication techniques for teachers. Prepare in advance. If you want to feel confident, even though it is your first PTM, you can always and always, even in life, anytime if you think so that this is your first and you are nervous, Give extra time to your preparation and you are going to be as good as a pro. Koi kahi nahi sakta that you are a novice, right? Then start with positivity. We have just discussed this. Use clear and simple language. There are going to be parents where you are going to see that they might not be able to understand very professional language, be it English, Hindi, or whatsoever. So just showing your professionalism is one thing, but making them uncomfortable with your professionalism is not an appreciative affair, right? So we can always use the bilingual and the simple language. Agar English hi bolni hai, because there are certain institutes which really stress on this, we can always simplify our English. That's what we are. We have to be very flexible with our approach, right? Active listening. You need to understand their problem also. You cannot go all gaga about your work and your things only. Balanced feedback. We have just talked empathy and respect. You need to be very respectful. Even if the parents or the child is struggling on certain things, we need to be very respectful. Collaborative, right? Again, parents and teachers, they have to hold hands together, end on positive and end encouraging. We need always to end our conversation with the parent on an encouraging note. What can be the preparation of the PTM before, during, and after? Let's learn that. Before the PTM, right? Before the parents come to you, review academic records, behavior notes, and achievements. That's what I said. Anecdotes. हमें anecdotes के साथ तैयार रहना चाहिए. Prepare constructive feedback. That's what we have talked about. Anticipate parents' concern. क्या पता आपको पता हो पहले से कि ये वाला क्वेश्चन आने ही वाला है पेरेंट्स से. So you need to come up with smart answers, right? Set agenda and the time slots and arrange seating for the open conversation. You can have a table one-on-one and then you can have the conference kind of a setting also, or the classroom kind of a setting also, depending that what is the culture of your institute. During the PTM, while you are executing, greet parents warmly. That's very important. Your one smile is going to, this curve straighten up a lot of things, right? So smile. It doesn't con and it no matter how much turmoil is going on in your head and heart at that time, smile. Begin with strengths. Again, use simple, respectful things. Share evidence. This is something which is very, very important. Even if the child has won any kind of certificates or any kind of felicitation, medals and all, always record and appreciate and bring that agenda in front of the parents. They really feel good about it. Listen actively, suggest actionable. Sir, baatein nahi karni hai. We need to give them strategies and then end on a helpful and encouraging note. That's how the execution will be. Communication. Do's, be empathetic. Stay solution focused. You know the problem. You don't have to, just round and round, play around the bush of the problem. You need to give the solution. Maintain professionalism. Don't get too personal or don't, get biased or anything, or not to get too rigid also. Use body language and show approachability, openness. Criticize harshly? No, not at all. Aapka beta to bas kya hi kahu. No, not at all. Compare child with others? No. अब आप देखिए, टीचर तो एक है, वही सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा रही है, एक के 99 आ रहे हैं, आपके बच्चे के 30 आ रहे हैं, ऐसे कैसे हो गया? It's okay. It's okay. Don't compare, please. Use jargons or the negative labels. We don't have to. We don't have to. That's what we really need to work on our speech, on our professional language. And don't ever try to defend yourself. If they say that something they are not comfortable with you, please try to ask questions. But don't say, no, I never said that. No, it has never happened like that. No, not at all. That shouldn't be the thing. And how to, after the PTM or the follow-up, share summary with the parents, right? Keynotes and all. In case your institute has that kind of Excel sheet or things, and then provide regular updates via your almanac, diary, emails, or apps. Track progress and keep communication channel open to the level of the school hours. I am not saying beyond the school hours, please, right? But that kind of a thing, right? Is there any question till now, anyone? Okay, all right. अब सब कुछ पेरेंट्स सब कुछ टीचर को ही करना है क्या मैम? पेरेंट्स का कोई रोल नहीं होता है? Of course, as I have been telling you that it's a collaborative business, so they also have to sweat and do a lot of things. They also be very open-minded. We are dealing with Gen Zs and Alpha Gen, and we cannot, expect them to behave and follow the things which we used to do it or their parents used to do it. So they need to be very, very open-minded with this. Focus on the child's growth. The ultimate goal should be the child's growth, not your rapport, nor the parents, ego, nothing of the same. Share concerns respectfully. That's very, very, if they are facing any kind of domestic problems, and they are not comfortable sharing it, but they can always, just give you a hint kind so that you can show you the empathy from your side, right? School and support school activities. There are many parents who doesn't give, there are many parents who don't give any damn to the school activities. Arey hota rahega, dusre se mang lena, kar lena. No. They need to support that. Then only as teacher, as a school, we can bring the change. Reinforce values and habits. If something is being taught in the school, then they need to listen to it and then they need to repeat it and reinforce it. Right? Now, there are certain kind of parents which I would like you to understand. Authoritarian parents, right? They are the parents who say, तुम्हें ये करना है because मैंने कहा है. They don't give the logic. They don't understand the feelings. They don't understand the actual situation. They just say it's my way or highway. They are the tough parents to deal with because they are not ready to change. They are not ready to evolve, right? You are going to get certain parents. Right now, I am telling you about the kinds of parents. उसके बाद फिर हम लोग देखते हैं कि हम कैसे बात करेंगे उनसे. Permissive parents, right? Now, they are the parents who are their child's best friend, right? They give permission, but the problem is that they are too lenient. There are no boundaries. There are no limits. They are not able, if they are just, bringing that perfect hockey-docky an environment to the child. So they are not able to take a no for an answer when they grow up. So this kind of parents are also going to create problems, right? Authoritative parents, right? Now, they are the parents that unlike authoritarian, they are just going to, just not give you the rules ki aise karna hai, but they are going to give you the logic also. And they are going to stop you wheresoever you are going on wrong. So these are the parents, every parent should be like this. I am not saying the intensity of the authoritative parents can differ according to their culture, according to their home things. But this is what is required. Uninvolved, there are parents who are not at all involved in their child in the formative years. So that also become really, really difficult. Then there are helicopter parents. Each movement, "Hi, mera bachcha gir gaya," each movement, usne ye class karni hai, wo karni hai. They are always hovering on the head of the child. The child is not able to take any decision, is not able to, make mistakes, so is not able to, just grow really well. अगर हम सीड को ज्यादा धूप, ज्यादा पानी, ज्यादा खाद देंगे तो वो जल्दी नहीं बढ़ जाता है. Right? So we need to have the balance. And that's exactly what we are doing. All right. So we can always talk about certain students from 9 to 12. right? 8th तक बच्चे फिर भी बात मानते हैं, but as soon as they hit adolescence or the puberty, right? What are all the challenges? So exam anxiety and the stress, of course, we have talked about that. Social media distraction. They became more aware about their presence socially, comparison with the peers. मिस्टर शर्मा जी के बेटे को देखो, उसने ऐसे किया, तुम तो कुछ नहीं करते हो, and things like that. Relationship struggles. They explore their own sexuality, and then they get attracted towards their peers, and they are having the relationship issues. May not be only romantically, but friendship also, and at home as well. And the biggest fear is the fear of failure and being judged. So these are the things which are being struggled by our adolescents. Then comes the identity crisis. Actually, who am I? Right? They are not. I did, as a psychology teacher, I did a research with, my 9 to 12 students, and I circulated just one thing that you have to write on a piece of paper. What is the most annoying thing which is being done by distant relatives or the outsider friends, uncle and aunt? You won't believe 85% of the result was that, और बेटा बड़े होके क्या बनोगे? They just hate, despise this question, especially when it is coming from, the outer circle. How is it their concern? Because hamare India mein, we are being conditioned to have a very clear head, but we have not been given that kind of environment, or with career counseling now happening, yes, it is done, but not before, right? So they are so confused, but they cannot confess this, that they are confused, and they asking the question really annoys them, right? Then comes, peer pressure, and तुम्हें नहीं पता, हमारे बच्चे को तो पता है, तुम्हारे बुआ के बेटे को पता है, and things that. And in the same way, they are going to have the mood swings and the emotional sensitivity. If I'm not able to, just prove myself there. So we need to understand. Some of the plants, they bloom as you put them. Some of the plants are just like bamboo trees. Bamboo plants. 5 साल तक कुछ नहीं होएगा. 5वें साल के बाद 6 weeks में they are going to be 6 times taller than the other one. So maybe some of the students and kids are going to get the things at one go, but the others are exploring, and let them enjoy their exploration, the possibilities. आपके हमारे टाइम पे तो ज्यादा ऑप्शंस भी नहीं थे. They are lucky to have the options. So let's give them that trial and error thing. Right. Then comes unrealistic expectations during board exams. This is also one thing of the PTM. I know why am I discussing this? Because with the senior teachers, these are going to be the agendas in the PTM. Right. We need to come up that it's a myth. 90% ही success है. But yes, this is not only about words. We need to actually live and accept that. Skills, interest, and efforts. And this is a reason why sandwich feedback method is really, really important. They need to align if they want to go for sports college. So they need to have a decent academic scores. If they want to go ahead with some international colleges, they need to be very active with all the activities in the school. If they want to go ahead with any kind of engineering or the doctor, then they have to be really academically, good. So that's what we are talking about. Another thing, very important thing, is bullying, right? We need to understand that there are certain kids who can change their behavior because they are being bullied or they are the bully. Right? We have 3 parties in the bully. The person who is doing the bully, victim, the person on whom the bullying is done, and the bystander who knows everything but does nothing. So in case such kind of cases or situations come, you need to, address that. The biggest, you don't have to give strategies and क्या करना है to each and every situation. You just have to address them. You just have to communicate them. That's it. Why do people bully? Because they are themselves stressed and are in trauma. They have low self-esteem and they might be having difficult home life, right? So these kind of workshops or the awareness programs should also be done. And even if it is not done in the institute, at least you can tell the parents. I'm just trying to give you the different scenarios of the PTM script. कि अगर आपके सामने पेरेंट्स आपसे इस चीज के लिए पूछते हैं तो how can you give, right? Now, impact of social media on teenagers. We all know that social media is also having. I would like to suggest everyone, you all must have heard also by now, Adolescence is one of the Netflix movie which is having 4 episodes. I would suggest with your management consent, you can always and always show this movie to your students. Please, it's a must watch. It's a 4 Emmy Awards winner. The child has performed for the first time, and it is one of the best movies which is being curated and created till now on social media and its impact. The movie itself is going to be an eye opener to the students, and they are not going to get into this. You know, the that they use, which is beyond our comprehension, everything is being showed here in such a beautiful way. So this impact of social media, because many of the students, they might be very good in their academics, but just because of the distractions and the social media addiction or gaming and all, they are just losing their own personality. So that can be the thing, right? Let's discuss. We have talked about parents. कि किस तरह के parents होते हैं? क्या होता है? Defensive parents, right? So a parent becomes defensive when told that their child is frequently distracted. My child is very focused at home. Maybe you are not engaging in them. You know, they turn the tables on you. आप ही अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ाते होगे, आपकी क्लास में बोर होता होगा. Very true. Yes. You are the boss. Yes. Why not? First of all, no. सिर्फ आप ही का बच्चा ऐसा है, बाकी सब तो पढ़ रहे हैं. Never, never. Negative नहीं रखना है. Stay calm and professional. And then I understand that you see him focused at home, but then you have the evidences to show. आप उनसे कह सकते हो कि हाँ जी वो घर पर होगा, right? But मेरे सामने मैं आपको ये evidence दिखाऊं, and then it is going to be an alarm, you know, an alarm to them. So be defensive parents को handle करने का तरीका है show them evidence. Then over demanding parents, that the child should always be the class topper, and the questions and why the other students have scored, आप उसे आगे नहीं बिठाते हो, आप उसे performance नहीं देते हो and all. It's wonderful that your child has to participate in this or is excellent. तारीफ करो. But every child has to be given the opportunities. Every child has to explore the other things also. अगर वो आगे रहता है तो उसे पीछे भी तो रहने का you know experience होना चाहिए. Just give them that. You don't have to lose your cool for that. Aggressive parents. You know, many of the parents, if you tell them the areas of improvement to of their kids, they slap their kids in front of you without even realizing that what impact will and what you know, what should I say? What scar is it going to leave on them? So first of all, you don't have to intrude yourself. But you need to just tell them that your child is really good. It is just that certain areas have to be worked on. That's it. You know, it is just like कि सब्जी बहुत अच्छी बनी है, बस थोड़ा सा नमक कम. That's it. Okay, so they just have to be very respectful towards that. Disengaged parents, right? We have talked about you know, neglected parents. We are busy. You just handle them. All right. And then you have to show the, you know, we are not comparing, but just tell them that It is always going to create dopamines in a child when the parents are also involved. Okay, and you can always tell कि देखिए दूसरे बच्चों के भी पेरेंट्स के सपोर्ट से ये हुआ है, तो आपका भी बच्चा बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, उसने अकेले में इतना अच्छा कर दिया, with your support he or she can do wonders. So like this we can always convince them. Parents in denial, there are certain parents who are not going to accept all right, my child can never do this. So please share the details कि हाँ उसने इस दिन इस टाइम पर जब कोई नहीं देख रहा था किया है and all. Just be ready with this. All right. Everyone, what is one thing? It's time for us to wrap it up. So being a teacher, what are you going to say? Anyone who can, just unmute themselves and give me the answer. My child says you always ignore him in the class. What is going to be your reply to this? आप तो हमारे बच्चे का ध्यान ही नहीं देते हैं. What are you going to say to this? Remember sandwich. और no से मत कहना नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. All right, okay. I do understand your concern and I accept if the child feels ignorant, I am just going to take care of it. That's it. All right, उन्हें गलत मत करो. That's it. My daughter studies so hard, but you still give her low marks. I do understand that she is giving really a great time and efforts to the studies, but maybe the approach of writing the answers or attempting the question paper is not right. I am just going to just have a class with her regarding this. So like this, we can always come up with the answers, right? My child told me that other kids tease him, but you do nothing about it. All right, I do accept, but if the child would have told me about it, I would have taken care. But now as the agenda has come in front of me, I'll definitely do it. So that's how we have to deal with the PTMs, right? Very simple things, but very impactful. And that's exactly what creates your rapport with your parents. And if parents give the feedback, a positive feedback about you, you all know the benefits of it. I don't have to, tell you in that, right? So with this quotation, coming together is a beginning. That's parents and teachers. Keeping together is a progress. Keeping our collaboration really working and then working together for the benefit of the child is a success, right? Over to you, Ma. Thank you.
Any questions from anyone?
Yeah. I'll stop the share now. Should I?
Yeah, please. Yeah. Can we have some questions from the participants, from the educators?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, please. Yeah.
Ma'am, my question was it was a wonderful webinar, a lot of insights to
Thank you.
how effective we can make the PTM. But as an educator, many times we do observe certain behaviors in a child, okay, which, we know maybe, tends to indicate some kind of a challenge the child is facing, maybe in terms of an ADHD or a learning disability and, things like that. So how do we put that across to parents? Because as an educator, maybe I'm not qualified, but I have studied, I know about it. So
Okay.
how do we make the parents understand that in a PTM?
Totally get it.
Be done in a
Totally get
PTM, or we need to schedule a separate meeting for that?
Yeah, totally get it. And thank you so much for your question. It is not easy for the parents to accept it, right? So first of all, we don't have to make it our responsibility that वो लोग कुछ कर रहे हैं या नहीं कर रहे हैं. All right, first of all, don't have this guilt, because we also have our own boundaries and the things. If you have observed any kind of behavioral change, maybe aggressive or the child getting into silence mode or is just detaching himself, herself, or becoming antisocial, convey it, address it to the parents, and just leave it as an open-ended question. Sir, I have tried to analyze the child if he is having any kind of problem in the school, like bullying or things. Till now, I haven't found any. I just request you, in case you can make him open up with that, right? Or in case there is any kind of biological issues, ma'am, there are certain students who lisping, who stutter, right? तो ये वाली भी चीज parents नहीं करते हैं. I have a student who really stutters a lot. He's brilliant to the level of, once I have told anything, it gets registered into his mind. We all need these kind of kids, right? They increase our credibility also. But how he can express his intelligence on the platform? हर चीज written नहीं होती है. Life does not comes with a written question paper, right? I have tried to explain this to the parents. हाँ मैम कर लेंगे. अब तो पहले से बहुत ही कम हो गया है, वो गया है. So the thing is that now, first I have told the father, then I have told the mother, but I can see that they are the neglectful parents, right? So in my, capability, I have just started giving him the oral tongue twisters. I am just giving you one example of a case study, right?
Yes.
See, ma'am, we cannot intrude too much. We cannot cross the line because there are certain parents who are not going to accept. Let's keep this thing in our mind. The only thing is that we can only make them address that situation. कहीं ना कहीं उन्हें समझ में आया
We
होगा.
can make them aware of the situation, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other question?
Anyone else? And I am really grateful to all the participants who have taken out their time, and I hope so that I have added some value to your time, and the webinar was worth for you all to attend.
Definitely, Shilpi ji.
And thank
It
you
was
so
really
much,
very
Skillveda.
impactful, as the name suggests, impactful.
Thank you so much.
Any questions if we are having from anyone? I think, Shilpi ji, we are done with the questions.
Okay.
Yeah, and thank you, Shilpi ji, for your time and efforts. And
Thank
it
you,
was
ma'am.
really
Thank
a
you.
nice and interactive webinar.
Thank you.
Purvi ji is also writing. Yeah, definitely it's an impactful webinar.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Shilpi ji, for your time.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.